8 subtle signs she's fantasizing about you. Vertical bar, decode her thoughts. Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel. Have you ever wondered if she's secretly thinking about you, even fantasizing about you? Here's the thing. Women often reveal what's on their minds, but not always through words. It's all about subtle body language, hidden clues, and small behaviors that speak louder than anything she could say out loud. In today's video, we're diving deep into the signs that she's fantasizing about you. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll be able to decode her thoughts and know if you're living rent-free in her mind. The first sign she might be fantasizing about you, it's all in the eyes. She can't stop staring. When a woman is intrigued or attracted to someone, her eyes will often give her away before anything else does. She can't seem to keep her eyes off you. It's like there's an invisible magnet drawing her gaze towards you and she just can't resist. This isn't just a casual glance, it's a look filled with curiosity and interest. You see her looking at you from across the room, then when you turn to meet her gaze, she looks away quickly. This quick look away is a classic sign of someone who is interested but doesn't want to be caught staring. It's a mix of shyness and intrigue. But then you catch her looking again a few moments later. This repeated behavior is a strong indicator that she's drawn to you. It's like she can't help but steal glances, hoping you won't notice, but secretly wishing you do. Don't dismiss this, it means something. These glances are not just random, they are a window into her thoughts and feelings. She's trying to gauge your reaction, to see if you notice her, and if you feel the same way. Women are naturally more subtle than men when it comes to attraction, so these stolen glances aren't random, they are deliberate and meaningful. Each glance is a silent message, a way of communicating her interest without saying a word. She's drawn to you, and she wants to look at you, but she doesn't want to make it too obvious. This delicate dance of glances is her way of showing interest while still protecting her vulnerability. Pay attention to how often she does it. The frequency of these glances can tell you a lot about her level of interest. If it's happening often, it's a clear sign that you're on her mind. Does it happen every time you're around each other? If you notice her looking at you in different situations, whether it's at work, at a social gathering, or even just passing by, it means she's consistently thinking about you. And does she smile when your eyes finally do meet? That smile is a powerful signal. It's her way of saying, yes, I was looking at you and I'm happy you noticed. Because a smile says, you caught me. But I don't mind. It's an invitation, a warm and open gesture that shows she's comfortable with you knowing she's interested. So the next time you catch her staring, remember it's not just a look, it's a message. She gets nervous around you. Have you noticed her acting a bit different around you? Maybe she seems more reserved or her usual confidence seems to waver. These subtle changes in her behavior can be quite telling, and I'm not just talking about shyness. This is different. It's a unique kind of nervousness that only appears when she's around someone she has feelings for. Maybe she gets flustered and nervous. You might notice her cheeks turning a light shade of pink, or she might start to stammer and lose her train of thought. You see her fidgeting with her hair, adjusting her clothes, or constantly fixing her appearance. These are signs that she's trying to make sure she looks her best around you. Or perhaps she avoids eye contact while you're talking to her. This isn't because she's uninterested, but rather because she's afraid her eyes might give away her true feelings. This is a great sign. It means she's emotionally invested in you and cares about how you perceive her. Her nervousness is a reflection of her desire to make a good impression. When someone's fantasizing about you, their emotions can make them self-conscious. Why? Because they are constantly thinking about you and imagining different scenarios in their mind. Because when you're around, she's not just seeing you, she's seeing the fantasy of you that she's created in her mind, and it makes her want to live up to that. She wants to be the best version of herself in your eyes. She overthinks how she's coming across because she wants to impress you. Every word, every gesture is carefully considered because she values your opinion. If she's giggling a lot or stumbling over her words, it's a clear sign you're making her heart race. Her nervous laughter and occasional clumsiness are endearing signs of her affection. So, the next time you notice these signs, remember that her nervousness is a compliment. It means you have a special place in her heart and she's trying her best to show you that. Give her some time and space to get comfortable around you. As she gets to know you better, her nervousness will likely fade, revealing her true, confident self. And when that happens, you'll see just how amazing she truly is. Her initial nervousness will transform into a beautiful connection between the two of you. This next sign is a big one, guys. She finds reasons to touch you. Physical touch is one of the biggest giveaways that someone is into you. If she's finding excuses to touch you, whether it's a light tap on your arm, fixing your collar, or playfully hitting you during a joke, it's more than just friendly behavior. It's a sign that she's fantasizing about you. Touch is one of the most powerful ways to close the distance between two people. When she's fantasizing about you, even small moments of physical contact feel like sparks flying. It's her way of breaking the ice and seeing how you react. Does she touch other guys like this? If not, you're onto something. Chapter 4. She asks personal questions. Here's a subtle but powerful sign that she's not just interested, she's fantasizing. She's genuinely curious about you. And I don't mean just surface-level stuff. If she's asking personal questions about your goals, your passions, or even your love life, it's because she wants to get closer to you. She's trying to picture what it would be like to be a part of your life. Think about it. Why would she invest time learning about you if she wasn't interested? It's not just small talk. It's her way of building a deeper connection and imagining where you might fit into her life. And that, my friends, is a sign that she's thinking about you on a whole other level. Chapter 5. She mentions you to her friends. Let's be real. When a woman is fantasizing about you, her friends are going to know about it. Think back to any time you've been in a group of friends. There's always that one person who can't help but share their latest crush or romantic interest. It's almost like a rite of passage in friendships. Have you ever had a female friend who had a crush on a guy? Remember how she would light up when talking about him? How her eyes would sparkle with excitement? It's a universal experience. Women love to share their feelings and thoughts, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Did she tell you about it? Of course she did. It's almost impossible for her to keep it to herself. The excitement, the butterflies, the daydreams, they all need an outlet, and that outlet is often her closest friends. Women tell each other everything, from the smallest details to the biggest secrets. Nothing is off limits. This bond of trust and openness is what makes female friendships so special and unique. So if she casually brings you up in conversations with her friends, it's a sign that you're on her mind more often than not. She might mention something funny you said, a place you both visited, or even just your name in passing. Or if her friends start teasing her when you're around, it's another huge clue. They might give her knowing looks, nudge her playfully, or even make little comments that hint at her feelings for you. It's a huge clue that you've been on her mind, and probably in her conversations with them. She's been thinking about you, talking about you, and imagining what it would be like to be with you. Women don't just fantasize in silence. They often share their thoughts with their closest friends. This sharing is a way for them to process their feelings and get advice or support from those they trust. So if you notice her friends glancing at you, giggling, or giving you those knowing smiles, it's because they're in on the secret. They know how she feels about you, and they're excited for her. So if you notice her friends glancing at you, giggling, or hinting at something when you're around, it's because she's been talking about you behind the scenes. They might even be rooting for you two to get together, or hinting at something when you're around. It's because she's been talking about you behind the scenes. They might even be rooting for you two to get together. It's because she's been talking about you behind the scenes. So pay attention to these signs. They're subtle, but they're there, and they're a clear indication that you're on her mind and in her heart. Another major sign that she's fantasizing about you, she remembers the little things. If she recalls details about your favorite coffee order, the book you said you were reading, or the story about your dog from 2 weeks ago, it's because you're on her mind. Why? Because when someone fantasizes about you, they pay extra attention to everything you say. They hang on your every word, and they file those details away to revisit later when they're thinking about you. Her remembering these things shows she's mentally replaying conversations and picturing scenarios with you. It means she's not just interested, she's invested. Is she always available when you call or text? Does she seem eager to spend time with you no matter how busy her schedule is? This is a clear sign you've got her attention. When a woman fantasizes about you, she prioritizes you, sometimes even without realizing it. It's not just about being polite, it's about wanting to be closer to you and making space for you in her life. She's rearranging her schedule and saying no to other plans because spending time with you is more important. She's making time for you because she's already imagining what that time will be like. And she likes what she sees. She mirrors your behavior. One of the most fascinating signs that someone is attracted to you is mirroring. If you notice her copying your gestures, tone of voice, or even using similar phrases, it's because she's subconsciously syncing up with you. This psychological phenomenon happens when someone is deeply drawn to another person. It's a way of building rapport and connection without even realizing it. Her mirroring is her way of creating a sense of connection and showing she feels in tune with you. It's like a secret language that only the two of you share. So if you notice her doing this, pay attention. It's a sign that she's not just hearing you, she's feeling you. Confidence is key. There you have it. 8 subtle yet powerful signs that she's fantasizing about you. Remember, the key is to pay attention to her actions, not just her words. If you've noticed a few of these behaviors, congratulations, you're definitely on her mind. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more insights, and share it with someone who needs this knowledge. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.